also the complete capitulation of the FDA to the federal medical hegemony. I hope this is readable. I've got to look at it anyway. So 215 was the first voter rejection of any bit of federal dogma about drugs. And as such, those of you who remember the campaign for 215, we were told that all sitting ex-presidents, senators, congressmen, everybody in the federal government was warning California not to pass this crazy law, but they went ahead and did it anyway. The people, one of the weaknesses in 215 was that the people who were required to make it work were the same officials in the state government who had adamantly opposed it. In fact, the then Attorney General Lundgren, the first thing he did was institute a lawsuit. Also, many of the first patients who obtained recommendations quickly found themselves targeted by their local police. The key elements of distribution and production of pot have been left out of the law, as indeed they had to be. The law is criticized for being loosely worded. Well, it had to be loosely worded because these were illegal activities under federal law. And then finally, nobody knew what medical use of marijuana was. It had been illegal for 30 years. Doctors had not been prescribing it. What they had forgotten what little they knew. And the physician's gatekeeper role, if you read the legislation, it sounds like, well, if you thought you could be helped by pot, you could go talk to your family doctor. Well, General McCaffrey took care of that very quickly by going on television in 1996 and threatening any doctor who discussed pot with a patient with loss of his DEA license. So this narrowed the available physicians down to a very small field, maybe some 25 throughout the state in the beginning. And the Medical Board of California quickly began to prosecute and persecute those doctors. So it changed. This has been an evolving process, in other words. So I think that this is where I'm going to render a personal opinion. And when 215 was passed, its opponents said, oh, you just want to legalize pot. You just want to legalize cannabis. You're legalizers. And the people representing medical marijuana, most of them not physicians, said, oh no, not us. We just want cannabis for sick people. So they committed themselves to a serious disease model way in advance of any knowledge of what was going to happen. Nobody knew who the patient population would be or what they would have to say. So it's had the effect of painting medical marijuana advocates into a corner. And historically, Oaksterdam, you're probably familiar with that, it focused on the able-bodied young men. And we had no defense for those able-bodied young men. And the debate over who's got a legitimate recommendation is unwinnable. There's no money to be made there because there's always going to be disagreement. Doctors can't even disagree on the optimum treatment for the diseases they know something about, let alone what's optimal use of a drug they've had no experience with. So it may be that what we've learned from applicants will be the most important legacy of Prop 215. Remember that these are all people, the first thing I learned, that they were all pot users. And they had been pot users for a long time. And I recognized that this was an opportunity to do a systematic study of pot use in the United States, which turns out to be something that began historically on a wide scale in the mid-60s. Now, we don't know how this information is going to be used in the present argument, not a debate, it's an argument over cannabis. But my suggestion is that it could be very valuable.
We so happy we alive. We together can survive. Stop the bullshit, stop the lies. And now's the time to legalize. Tell me, brother, tell me true. What the hell we gonna do? Remember the days we saw purple haze. 1 and 1 is 3. Hey, hey, baby, what you do to me? We so happy, we alive. We together can survive. Mother Nature, heaven sent, don't belong to government. Hey there, sister, what's the plan? Do you really understand? Remember the days we saw purple haze. 1 and 1 is 3. Hey, hey, baby, what you do to me? We so happy, we alive. We together can survive. Stop the bullshit, stop the lies. Now's the time to legalize. Half the world up in smoke. Where on earth can we take a tugboat? Remember the days we saw purple haze. 1 and 1 is 3. Hey, hey, baby, what you do to me? Human nature, full and free, modifies reality. Open up, inner flower, peace and love, inner power. Open up, inner flower, peace and love, inner power. Remember the days we saw purple haze. 1 and 1 is 3. Hey, hey, baby, what you do to